Lessons from a child. It was a university classroom. The professor stood at the front of the auditorium, lecturing the students on child psychology. The student listened, laughed when the professor cracked a funny joke. What is the most important lesson we can draw from a child? The professor asked. The students looked confused. Children are messy beings. What lessons could they possibly draw from children, they wondered. One of them was brave. She stood and answered. There are no lessons to be drawn from a child, the girl said. Her classmates nodded their heads in approval. Another student added. Children run on emotions. The part of their brain that regulates passion isn't developed at the time. The other classmates nodded in approval. You all are wrong, the professor declared. There are a lot of lessons you can learn from children. What are they? The whole class echoed. The professor smiled. I will be focusing on one, the professor said. The rest, you guys can go think on it. Mind you, it wouldn't be an assignment. Consider them my gift to you on your journey in this life. The professor began. If you cause a child to fall down right now, how would the child react? The professor asked. The child would cry a lot, the whole class echoed. Yes, the child would cry a lot, the professor admitted. If you now apologize to the child and give the child a gift, how would the child react? The professor asked. The child would react with glee and forget about the incident. The child would no longer accuse you of causing harm to them. All will be forgiven. The class sat in stunned silence. The professor had blown their minds. The professor continued. As we progress in life, we lose our inner child. We take a grim approach to life. It becomes to kill or be killed. As we forget about our inner child, we forget our humanity. We become vicious. We run when we are offended or we plot revenge. We forget to live as free as we could. The professor wanted to stop, but he decided to go on as he noticed his revelation's effect on the class. Do you know another lesson you can learn from a child? The professor asked. No, the whole class echoed. If a child should fall down. No one caused the fall. The child was trying to reach something and the child fell. How would the child react? The professor asked. The child would cry, the class responded. Yes, the child would cry. But the child would also get up. The child would still try to reach for that thing, the professor said. The professor then added. In life, when we fall, we give up. We have forgotten what it means to be a child. We have forgotten how to get up. We stay on the ground and just roll on it, the professor said. The professor added again. There is so much we can learn from a child. When a child from a rich family meets a child from a poor family, the rich child doesn't judge the poor child. They play together. They share their toys together. As adults, we don't do this. We judge, we discriminate. There are a lot of things we can learn from a child. In fact, life would be easier to live when we live as children from time to time. We shouldn't live without living. Our childlike innocence can be useful in living a great life. Always remember what it means to live as a child. Share with your loved ones. Enjoy our other stories.